I rise today to share with you the thoughts of many constituents who have reached out to me since January 6th. That day is somewhat of a freeze frame in my mind, as that was the day the governor announced the state is entering a new phase in our vaccinations. By January 11th, all counties may begin vaccinating Michiganders who are age 65 and up. Do you have any idea how that announcement impacted those who were in the newly expanded group? They immediately began to call their local health departments and go to health department websites, trying to get information as to when and where they could receive the vaccine. It wasn't just a handful of people calling the health departments, it was thousands. So many calls, in fact, that the staff at many of the rural community health departments couldn't keep up with the calls, which peaked at 1,000 per hour. In fact, one phone system crashed for several hours. Those people that went to the websites hoping to register online found nothing other than a message indicating online registration will be available at 2 p.m. on Monday, January 11th. The excitement, eagerness, and anticipation of being able to register for the vaccine was overwhelming, and the attempts to register were continuous and almost obsessive. They had been waiting for the vaccine for months. They had been cooped up in their homes for months. They had not seen family members or friends for months. They had not traveled anywhere for months. And they weren't going to miss this opportunity of getting the vaccine. As their numerous attempts to register were met with failure, people became anxious with the thought that maybe they wouldn't be able to get the vaccine. They began calling me and my office, all having the same complaint. They were upset that they couldn't reach their health departments. They couldn't register online. They couldn't register by phone. They couldn't leave a voicemail, and they couldn't send an email. I encouraged them to be patient and keep trying, but what they didn't know was what was happening behind the scenes. The behind the scenes information was that although the governor made her announcement that vaccines would be available on the 11th, the health departments had not been given a heads up. The health departments were not ready for the announcement of the January 11th date, and the state had not yet provided the supply of vaccinations needed. The health departments were blindsided by someone who was playing politics and trying to be a hero in the eyes of the individuals who so desperately wanted to get the vaccine. She told them what they wanted to hear, but didn't tell them the truth, that vaccines really weren't available at their local health departments to meet the demand. The people were caught in the governor's political game and were used as pawns. Not only were her constituents upset and frustrated, but so too were the health departments. Bottom line, there was poor planning and poor communication from the governor. The staff at health departments want nothing more than to provide services to community members, and they do their absolute best to meet the needs of the people. Instead, they were yelled at, ridiculed, criticized, and some individuals were demanding the resignation or firing of local health department personnel. The impact on citizens and health departments was totally unnecessary. The governor should not have made the announcement of opening up the vaccine distribution to a wider group until she was absolutely certain the health departments were ready and vaccines were available. The plan was rolled out poorly, and it was the people who suffered emotionally on a roller coaster of uncertainties. It's time for action to be taken in the form of House Bill 4019. This bill will ensure there is greater transparency and oversight, putting in place a strategy that will greatly improve effective distribution of vaccines. The vaccine rollout was done poorly. It's time to fix it. I will be a yes on this bill. Thank you.